We're all familiar with the environmental slogan of reduce, reuse, and recycle. And for each of us to have a positive impact on our environment, we need to reduce what we consume, reuse when possible, and then recycle to the extent possible. However, at some point, whatever's left over from that consumer cycle has to be disposed. But unfortunately, the system that's traditionally been used for disposal of unwanted items can be harmful to us and to our environment. That's why today I'm excited to introduce to you the Ecolution Green Stream. It's a revolutionary method of waste processing that truly redefines waste. In simplistic terms, our traditional disposal practices work like this. You dig a hole and you bury it. Now, obviously our system of landfills today are more complex than just digging a hole. Laws exist to regulate the use of landfills and minimize environmental damage. There are complex recovery systems that have been developed to capture portions of the gas that can be captured that are generated by rotting waste. However, all these laws and systems are designed to achieve one goal, and that's to mitigate the damage caused by burying garbage. In Lancaster, we currently have a commonly used 3-bin waste collection system. The problem is that it requires every person who disposes of trash to make the correct decision concerning every item of trash that's disposed of. And every week, regardless of how full those bins are, you have to drag them all out to the curb. And then 3 trucks are required to pick up your trash, 1 for each bin. You may have one come by in the morning, you may have another truck comes by in midday, and sometimes even one that comes by in the evening. And these trucks are the heaviest trucks that regularly travel residential streets. And the more they travel our streets, the more it costs our city through our taxes to repair, maintain, and replace those streets. And these trucks also contribute to noise pollution and to air pollution, and they're expensive. They're expensive to purchase, operate, and to maintain. And then the only trash that is sent for further sorting and recycling is whatever is in the recycling bin, and it contains what each person decided was worthy of recycling based on their own personal motivation and effort, and also on the rules for recycling that are established by your waste hauler. Everything else goes directly to the landfill. On average, for every 100 loads of waste that are collected, approximately 50 truckloads of waste is buried, and then we have to deal with those problems that creates. The Lancaster landfill is not within our city limits, and therefore the city doesn't receive any fees for hosting this facility. And even with all this time, effort, and expense of our current recycling system, everyone gets it wrong. Studies confirm that up to 50% of the items that are collected in the black bins, and that's the non-recycling bins, are actually materials that have commercial value. Additionally, between 25 to 40% of the material that's placed in the recycle bins, according to the rules, never should have been in that bin to begin with. Now remember, for this system to work, every person that handles waste has to make a decision about every piece of waste that's disposed of. And even if you get it right every time, which no one does, you're only expected to recycle a limited number of items, and you're only allowed to recycle items that are on that approved list. Additionally, every item that's thrown into the black bin, the non-recycle bins, goes directly to the landfill, and there's nobody looking at that bin and seeing what might be in there, whether it's hazardous waste or something like e-waste. Now, currently, California law requires a 50% diversion rate. Now, that means that half of all the garbage collected cannot be, by law, be sent to a landfill. And there's a new law, AB 341, that was passed and signed into law this year that requires mandatory recycling for multifamily units and businesses this year and a 75% landfill diversion rate by the year 2020. Now, to be able to keep 75% of all of our trash collected from being sent to a landfill, that means more and more items are going to need to be removed from the waste stream, resulting in higher concentration of non-recyclable items, principally wet organic materials such as food waste, then being sent to the landfill. Unfortunately, this residue causes the most problems in landfills. It smells. It creates leakage problems. It produces gases. It attracts birds, rats, and other vermin. And unfortunately, it gets worse. Currently, approximately 25% of all the waste generated in Los Angeles County is disposed of in the Puente Hills landfill, and this landfill is scheduled to be closed during the year 2013. This means that more waste is going to be diverted to other landfills. Currently, 1,700 tons per day of waste are allowed to be disposed of in the Lancaster landfill, of which approximately 400 tons is generated by the city of Lancaster. Under a new proposal, this would be increased to 3,000 tons per day. In addition to the concerns about the future of the landfill, if you continue to rely on every person separating waste to increase your diversion rate, that means you'll have to separate more of your trash, and that means more bins, more trucks going down our streets to collect the bins, and all the added costs being passed on directly to you. Now, fortunately, the Ecolution Green Stream provides a solution for all of these problems, and this is where it gets exciting. The Green Stream does not require you to decide which bin of each piece of garbage belongs in. You dispose of everything in one bin. Now, this doesn't mean that you only have one bin. You might need more than one, but you don't have to make a decision as to what goes into which bin. You can put it all in one. When that's filled up, you put it in the next one. Only one truck is going to be needed because you're going to place all those bins on the curb at the same time. They're going to be picked up by one truck and all taken to the same area. The cost associated with waste disposal will not have to be raised because of a complicated collection system. In fact, the Green Stream simplifies the collection system. Now let's take a look at how we achieve this. First of all, waste processing is done in a completely enclosed Ecolution facility located within the city limits of Lancaster. From the outside of this facility, there will be no smell and no indication that up to 4,000 tons per day of waste is being processed inside. The Ecolution facility is definitely something that you will want to visit, and it will be a facility that we will be proud of having in our city. And you will be able to visit the city because it will be open to the public. It will include a center for visitors and for environmental education. Now, because this facility will be built in the city of Lancaster, host fees will be paid directly to the city of Lancaster. At full capacity, this would amount to nearly $6 million of additional new revenue for the city each and every year. All the collected waste will come directly to the Ecolution facility to be processed through the Green Stream. The Green Stream is a highly mechanized system for separating materials that includes 10 patent and patent-pending components. Green Stream consists of grinders, sorters, belts, and other machinery that separates highly concentrated, dependable qualities and quantities of targeted materials with an overall landfill diversion rate of 85% or higher. The remaining 15% is sent to the landfill for disposal. However, the residue from the Green Stream will consist almost entirely of non-organic inert materials such as sand and gravel. In fact, the residue from the Green Stream can help any landfill in becoming virtually carbon neutral. Every machine used in the Green Stream is guaranteed by the manufacturer to recover 95% or better of whatever item or items the machine is designed to capture. Every piece of machinery in the Green Stream is currently in use in numerous applications throughout the world. The differences between the Green Stream and other similar systems include most systems are very labor intensive, while the Green Stream is highly mechanized, increasing efficiency and lowering operating costs. The Green Stream does not require initial source separation. The wet organic material is removed at the very beginning of the process, which ensures the quality of recovered materials is not negatively impacted. In the video, you will note how clean the recovered material is. You can see as how the material passes through the system and continually separates the targeted materials from everything else until virtually nothing else remains. You can even see how the targeted materials literally jump off the production line as it's targeted by optical sorters and air jets. Approximately 200 people will be employed by Ecolution to run our facility. For the most part, these people will be tasked with monitoring and maintaining equipment. The people working on the Green Stream will not suffer from the burnout typically associated with hand sorting operations. Human error is eliminated and nothing is left to chance. The entire waste stream is sorted. These are the true green jobs that I'm sure you've heard about, but that very few companies have been able to produce. The Green Stream is designed to work 20 hours per day, 6 days a week, with 48 hours each week being devoted to cleaning and maintaining the system to ensure continual performance without downtime. After the waste has been processed through the green stream, the result is the separation of 20 different materials of highly dependable quality, quantity, and value. Now you remember that concentrated organic waste that I talked about earlier? Organic waste decomposes and produces biogas, primarily methane. This process cannot be stopped since it is a natural result of decomposition. The gas produced at landfills due to organic waste is commonly dealt with by either burning it or attempting to capture what can be captured before it is released into the environment. In contrast, the green stream captures nearly 100% of the methane gas that's produced. This is accomplished by using a series of sophisticated, unique anaerobic digesters specifically designed for processing municipal wet organic waste. As a result of this system, the captured gas can be converted into natural gas, which is the same as you have in your home, only cleaner. The gas can also be converted into compressed natural gas, biodiesel, or used as fuel to produce electricity. While other digesters produce an inferior soil amendment as a solid byproduct, the green stream produces grade A compost. Ecolution's green stream has numerous advantages when compared to traditional waste processing. The management of waste becomes simple through the use of one bin collection system. Air and noise pollution, road repairs, and maintenance are all reduced. Green stream receives all the waste and returns it to society for reuse in its highest and best form. It eliminates the problems traditionally associated with landfills. It captures 100% of the gas, or nearly 100% of the gas, produced by decomposition. It creates approximately 200 true green jobs, provides the city of Lancaster with close to $6 million a year in new revenue, and far exceeds the new diversion requirements. In essence, the green stream truly does redefine waste. It's a solution that benefits everyone: the environment, the County of Los Angeles, the Antelope Valley, the city of Lancaster, and you. Some people shudder at the thought of being the first to do anything. Others, like the city of Lancaster, are the leaders in innovation. The Ecolution facility will be the first of its kind. It draws on proven technology combined in a way that nobody has ever done before. But we're used to doing that, and it's in our blood. Our aerospace industry didn't invent flying. Those principles were long proven. But our community took flying to a level that nobody had ever dreamed of, such as when Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier. This is a logical progression of our community spirit. Yes, we operate intelligently, but we also operate courageously. This is the future, and it's happening now. The green stream is a quantum leap forward in Lancaster's destiny of being recognized as the green capital of the world.